look at this. Wow, this is beautiful.
Tell me for the camera who like instilled like reading in you.
My mother and my father, they used to take us to the library and they'd let us pick out as many books as we wanted, and they just gave us an option to choose what we wanted to read, and that's really important because once you force a certain book upon someone, they're not going to enjoy it as much as they'll enjoy it if they have the ability to pick whatever they want. And oh my gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, I appreciate that from them. Now I'm obsessed with books. I still read a lot. I read on the train, I read in breaks, during work. I read as much as I can.
So do you have a favorite book or a book recommendation you'd have for the people?
I would say Nature's Son by Richard Wright, because that book is pretty captivating. He's a black author, and I read it 2 summers ago in New York actually. And when I was at a barbecue, there was these 2 older men, and they said that was their book they read in middle school. Like, you know how your class makes you read a book? And that book stuck with me a lot. It's just an amazing book. I can't tell you what it's about. You just have to read it yourself because it's good.
Okay.
James Baldwin is also one of my favorites. Oh, the kids.
What do you like about James Baldwin?
I like the way he writes his words. Like, he strings them together, and it's just like, I don't know, it's amazing.
What's your favorite like movie that they made, or book that they made a movie?
That's so hard to say because most of the books that are made into movies are not justifiable. Like, they don't do it good justice. But if you think about it, you have a book that took months to make, months. Different editors edited it. Like, the author went over it 1,000 times, and then a movie, you have to put it all into 2 hours. So it kind of makes sense as to why it's not like perfect. But I think a good movie, a good book. What's that book? That was a dog movie. Marley and Me. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Marley and Me. Or Hachi. Hachi is a Japanese dog, okay? And it was a book. And this Japanese dog who was loyal to his owner, and I promise you I cry every time. Mary Poppins, Winnie the Pooh, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. This reminds me of one time I was in the museum with a friend, and it was like the Brooklyn Museum that we went to, and I was reading him all these books. They made, okay, this one. You asked me what book is justifiable into a movie, and it's The Little Prince. They made it into an animation film, one of the best animation films. The best. They really did. Do you remember this one? Llama Llama Red Pajama?
Mm-mm.
No?
I fucking Curious George though.
Curious George.
Dr. Seuss for sure.
Did you ever read this one? George and Martha?
Mm-mm.
Never? Okay, but you had to read this one. Frog and
Oh,
Toad.
definitely.
Yeah?
That caterpillar one I read.
Yes. Whenever I'm in a library or like a bookstore, I always go to the children's section, and I stay there for a long time because it like activates your imagination.
It's nostalgic.
It is nostalgic. And the books smell so good. Do you like the smell of books?
Oh yeah. It's like new shoes almost.
So good. I like the smell of books and elevators. It's weird.
The elevators.
Like New York elevators. People don't like that smell. I love it. And then this one. Look at this art. That is amazing. Badass. Pete the cat. He always looks high as fuck. Always looks high as fuck. Oh my god. Do you remember there was a whole scandal about Sesame Street where they were like, are Bert, Ernie gay? Did you see that?
I didn't. Are they? Do you think they are?
Probably.
Yeah. It's all good.
Right? I support it. Oh, Dr. Seuss, of course. Oh, do you remember this one? The Very Hungry Caterpillar? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Right?
It's a classic.
Eric Carle. I hope he wasn't racist.
Do you remember? Have you read The Giving Tree?
Yes.
That's
yes.
my shit.
That's my mother's favorite book. The Giving Tree is such an exceptional book. It has such a powerful message about giving. Oh, wait. I have like this weird obsession with Peppa Pig. I don't know why. But, like, look at her. She's such a bad bitch. She emulates bad bitch energy. Just pours off. Oh, I used to love Olivia and Clifford.
Oh yeah, Clifford's.
Oh my god, and Would You Give a Mouse a Cookie? And the Bear-Steam Bears. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Time flies. Time flies.
Time does fly.
It seems so elementary, but it's not. This pair, guys, Peculiar Children. Look, it has really weird, fucked up pictures.
What's it about?
It's about peculiar children who have different powers. And they're able to do weird things. Like this one guy's able to float. This is a woman who takes parts of her body and she turns it into sand, and it's healing. So in order to heal others, she literally has to rip off pieces of herself, and then she puts herself in all this clothing. That is such a selfless act. I would not take my fucking arms off for no one.
Not even for your sister?
Cool. I like her too because there's a lot of people who don't like her. And she's sort of controversial in her own way, and I fuck with that a lot. Model. Cool. Then you just get the other one. Silent in that bitch. Right? Well, actually, no, it's wrong. Okay, so hold it like you're holding a pencil. Right? No, not like that. No, like this. I see.
That's how you hold a pencil?
Yeah. You see I saw this girl on Twitter who writes like this.
Oh no.
You see these two fingers right here? Alright, so
Pretty soon in 10 years, kids aren't gonna know how to write. Like,
put these two together.
it's gonna be all type.
Put these two together.
Yeah, man. Just like people don't know how to do cursive.
Right.
I go to technical school, so they give us laptops.
Wow. Wild.
I know how to write in cursive though.
Okay, hold it like you're writing again. Strong, firm, firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it.
Put the money in
Alright, make believe you're about to write. Just like, really, like, hold it normally, like you normally write. Yeah. Pick it up. You pick stuff up. Yeah. But then have to be a little more like, just like that. Yeah, look, you're getting it already.
Wow.
Cheers.
What are you guys eating?
Vegan Nambang balls. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Like anime guy who like Chi Chi says I remind him of. I guess he wears like suits and